Every lunch break, she escaped to the company rooftop to breathe. The rooftop of Carter Enterprises wasn't glamorous. It was plain concrete, dotted with vents and AC units, and rimmed with a rusty railing. But to Alina, it was freedom. Downstairs, in the buzz of copy machines and endless spreadsheets, she was just another assistant, filing, typing, running errands, smiling when she didn't want to. But up here, she could take off her shoes, let the wind tousle her hair, close her eyes and just be. Until one rainy Thursday, someone else was there. She froze in the doorway. He was sitting on the far end. Hoodie pulled up, earbuds in, one leg, hanging off the ledge like he didn't care about gravity. A lunchbox sat beside him unopened, rain misting around his silhouette. Alina hesitated. The rooftop had always been hers, but something about the way he sat, completely still, like the storm inside him was louder than the one above, made her curious. She turned to leave quietly. "Don't go." She blinked. His voice was soft but clear, even over the rain. He hadn't looked at her, but he'd known she was there. "I can share," he added, finally turning his head. His hood slid back a bit. That was when she saw his face. The tousled, dark hair, the sharp jawline, those grey eyes. She knew that face. "Wait. Yeah," he cut in before she could say the name. "Noah Carter, the CEO's son." Her heart skipped. She'd only seen him once before, in the elevator, buttoned up, flanked by security, staring at his phone like the world didn't exist. But now, on the rooftop in the rain, he looked different, like someone trying to disappear. "I won't tell anyone," she said quickly. He half smiled. Wasn't worried. She stayed, sat on the opposite side, hugging her knees, watching the rain blur the skyline. They didn't talk that day, just shared silent. The next day, he was there again. And the next. And the next. They never planned. It had just became routine. She'd push open the heavy metal door, and he'd already be there, or he'd arrive seconds after her, both pretending it was coincidence. He didn't talk much at first, but slowly words crept in. He told her he hated the family name, how every time someone looked at him, they saw a billion-dollar legacy, not a person. She told him how she'd lied on her resume just to get this job, how she couldn't afford rent otherwise. He laughed for the first time that day. "Guess we're both fakes in our own way." He asked her what her dream was. "To be invisible," she said honestly, "and still be loved." His eyes softened. "That's not small. That's everything." One afternoon, the rain came harder. Thunder cracked. She ran up anyway, soaked by the time she burst onto the rooftop. He was already there, hood up, earbuds in, head tilted toward the sky. "You're crazy," she shouted over the storm. He turned, grinning. "You came too." She hesitated, shivering. "I'm soaked." He held up a broken umbrella. One half of the frame was snapped. It sagged like a wounded bird. "Come here," he said. She stepped under it. Barely. Their shoulders touched. Rain still poured down around them. They didn't speak for a while. Then he whispered, "You ever wish time would stop?" She looked up at him. Rain dripped from his lashes. He wasn't the CEO's son up here. He was just a boy, lost in the storm. "I do," she said, and time did stop for a moment as he leaned closer. He kissed her, not a perfect kiss. It was cold, wet, trembling, but it was real. After that, things changed. The rooftop became their world. They laughed more, shared snacks, music, secrets. She learned he played the piano, self-taught, that he liked jazz but hated elevators, that he used to sneak into his mother's garden as a child just to talk to the roses. He learned she sang when she was alone, that she kept a secret notebook of poems, that she missed her grandma most when it rained. They fit like puzzle pieces, flawed and unexpected. Downstairs, they barely looked at each other. But up here, they were everything. One Friday he didn't come. Alina waited the entire lunch break, watching the door, heart twisting with each passing minute. The next day he came late. His hoodie was gone. He wore a stiff suit. His eyes were tired. "What happened?" she asked. "My father found out." Her stomach dropped. "I told him I needed space, that I wasn't interested in the company anymore." He exhaled. He didn't take it well. She reached for his hand. He gripped it tightly. "Are you okay?" "I don't know." He looked at her, eyes dark. "But being with you makes me feel like I could be." Tears stung her eyes. They began meeting outside the rooftop too. Late-night walks near the river. Coffee in old bookstores. Once they danced under a street lamp with no music, just the sound of traffic and their laughter. But the real world crept in. Paparazzi spotted them once. A blurry photo surfaced online. Her manager warned her, "Stay away from him. You could lose your job." His father cornered him at a gala. "She's beneath you. She's a distraction." They fought that night. Not with words, but with silence. The kind that built like thunderclouds. The next week, Alina didn't go to the rooftop. Neither did her. Friday came. She handed in her resignation. The company was a cage now. Every hallway echoed with whispers. Every glance felt like judgment. She didn't tell Noah. She just left. 2 weeks passed. She worked at a local cafe. It didn't pay much, but the air felt lighter. Still, her heart ached. She missed the rooftop, the rain, the music in the silence. She missed him. One evening, a customer left a note with their empty cup. "Rooftop, midnight. Come if you still believe in broken umbrellas." Her heart raced. She almost didn't go, but she did. The rooftop was quiet. Moonlight spilled over the concrete, and there he was, no suit, no hoodie, just a piano keyboard hooked to a portable speaker. He looked up, smiling nervously. "I figured if I couldn't find you downstairs, I'd find you here." She walked toward him, breath catching. "I quit," she said. "I know." He pointed to the sky. "It's not raining." She looked up. Clear stars. No umbrella either. He stepped closer. "Then we'll have to build our own sky." He reached into his jacket, pulled out a folded piece of paper, a poem. Her poem, he read softly. She was not a storm. She was the rooftop that held the rain and caught the lightning and waited for someone to sit beside her and stay. Tears spilled down her cheeks. "I love you, Alina," he said, "not as a Carter, not as a CEO's son, just as me." She stepped into his arms, and finally, without umbrellas, without secrets, without rain, they kissed again. Epilogue. A year later, a small music cafe opened in Brooklyn. It was called The Rooftop Between Us. And on rainy days, they offered free coffee to anyone who sat by the window, stared at the sky, and believed in love.
If my friends like the story from anywhere, please like it and also subscribe to the channel. Thank you.